Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Then, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today. We're starting with a doubleheader between the Cleveland Guardians versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Guardians plus 130 with the over-under at 9. Guardians coming into this matchup 54-53. The Reds 49-55. Pitching for the Guardians is Slade Cecconi with an ERA of 4.60. Pitching for the Reds is Chase Burns with an ERA of 2.42. Cecconi, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. Burns, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts, given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Cleveland 5-game losing streak, coming off a bad Tampa Bay series. Reds coming off a St. Louis win, winning 2 of the 3 in that series. Cleveland just 3-6 against Cincinnati. The unders hitting 7 of their last 7 on the road against Cincinnati here. Cincinnati is just 3-10 at home. Hasn't had the best run at home, but they're catching Cleveland on a 5-game losing streak. Burns 12-1 on the mound. Been really good all season. You got Cecconi, who's really been struggling here. And I think I picked them yesterday. I picked the Reds yesterday for this game. That was supposed to happen, so I'll take Reds money line at home in game 1. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus Cincinnati Reds. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Reds plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Cleveland coming into this matchup 54-53. The Reds 49-55. Pitching for the Guardians is Gavin Williams with an ERA at 3.78. Let's see. Pitching for the Reds, it looks like it's Brady Singer with an ERA at 4.53. Singer, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Williams, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts, given up 7 runs in his last 3. Cleveland, 5-game losing streak right now. Yeah, same stats as last game, coming off a bad Tampa Bay series. And no really new stats to go off here. I like to double down on a doubleheader. Getting Reds as an underdog, I'll take it. I'll take Reds plus 1.5 at home in game 2. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Arizona plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Arizona coming into this matchup 55-52. The Pirates also 55-52. Pitching for Arizona is Brandon Pfaadt with an ERA at 4.71. Pitching for the Pirates is Bubba Chandler with an ERA of 4.47. Pfaadt, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Chandler, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Arizona, 3-game losing streak, coming off a Pitt loss yesterday, 3-2. Pitt, 2-game winning streak. We got Arizona. They've struggled against Pitt here. 1-5 against Pittsburgh. The unders hit in 5 of their last 6 on the road against Pitt. Pitt 5-2 at home. Pretty even pitching matchup. Chandler coming off probably one of his better starts of the season. I think I like the Pirates here. This one is a close one. Arizona's really struggled in Pittsburgh, and I think I'm going to take the Pirates at home today. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Baltimore plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 52-55. Detroit 50-57. Pitching for Baltimore is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 5.06. Pitching for Detroit is Troy Melton with an ERA of 1.95. Kramer, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Melton, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Baltimore, coming off a Detroit win, good underdog win for them yesterday. Detroit, they've dropped 3 in a row. Baltimore, overall, they're just 4-8 against Detroit. The unders hit in 7 of their last 8 on the road against Detroit, even though crazy yesterday it was an over game. Melton, been very good on the mound. Kramer, just been getting lit up here. Hasn't been that great on the mound this season. I like Detroit to bounce back today. I'll take the Tigers at home. Next matchup, we get the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Miami Marlins. Marlins opening up as home favorites at -115. The Phillies -105 with the over-under at 8. Phillies coming into this matchup 57-50. The Marlins 53-54. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 5.82. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 4.07. Nola, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts, given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. Sandy, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts, given up 9 runs in his last 3. The Phillies losing to the Marlins yesterday 8-7. Marlins finally getting their first win of 14-15 game losing streak. Kind of surprised they got a win yesterday as big underdogs. Phillies, overall, they're 7-3 against the Marlins, 7-3 on the road against the Marlins. The Marlins, the overs hit in 4 of their last 6 against Philly, 1-6 at home. Sandy hasn't been good this season. Nola, he's had some rough starts too. I'm probably going to just roll the dice. We haven't seen Miami go back-to-back in a long time here. I think I'm going to take the Phillies to bounce back on the road today. Next matchup, we get the Texas Rangers versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's see. I'm seeing some weird odds for this game. All right, Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at -180. Rangers +150 with the over-under at 8. Rangers coming into this matchup 54-52. The Rays 62-43. Pitching for the Rangers is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 4.05. Pitching for the Rays is Griffin Jax with an ERA of 3.89. Jax, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts, given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. He has given up 9 runs in his last 3. Rangers coming off a Seattle win. Tampa coming off a 3-game Cleveland sweep. Looked good in that series. Rangers 13-4 against Tampa, but they're 1-4 on the road against Tampa. Tampa 5-1 at home. The unders hit in 8 of their last 11 against the Rangers. If you want to go based off the last 3, pretty identical pitching matchup, but I think I like Tampa Bay at home here. I think I'm going to take the Rays in this one. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Washington Nationals. Toronto opening up, or let's see, Washington opening up as home favorites at -130. Toronto +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 49-58. The Nationals 54-53. Pitching for Toronto is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 4.70. Pitching for the Nationals is Cade Cavalli with an ERA of 3.58. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Cavalli, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts, given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Toronto coming off a Washington win 3-2. Toronto They played good against Washington, 5-1 against Washington. The overs hit in 5 of their last 6 on the road against Washington. Pretty good pitching matchup today. Both pitchers coming off really good games here. I think Toronto's a decent dog today. Beavers looked pretty good. And I think I'll take Toronto plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the New York Mets. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 165. The Mets plus 140 with the over-under at 7.5. Braves coming into this matchup 62-44. The Mets 45-62. Pitching for the Braves is Chris Sale with an ERA at 2.19. Pitching for the Mets is Christian Scott with an ERA at 3.13. Sale, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 11 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Scott, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Atlanta, bad loss yesterday, losing to the Mets 14-3. A massive, crazy, huge outburst from the Mets, which that's what you see from a lot of times, just one of those random high-scoring games. They are on a 2-game winning streak. Atlanta has struggled against the Mets, 2-4 against the Mets. The overs hit in 8 of their last 12 on the road against the Mets. Mets just 2-5 at home. Scott coming off good starts. Chris Sale obviously been really solid for them. It's tough. Can we see the Mets, get some momentum? They're coming off 2 higher scoring games that they've had in a long time. I just don't know if I trust it here. And I think I'm going to take the Braves on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Royals plus 130 with the over-under at 9. Royals coming into this matchup 45-62. The Twins 53-54. Pitching for the Royals is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 4.36. Pitching for the Twins is Taj Bradley with an ERA of 3.69. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Bradley, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts, given up 8 runs in his last 3. Royals coming off back-to-back Detroit wins, going 2-4 in that series. Minnesota coming off back-to-back Athletics wins, going 2-1 in that series. The Royals, they have played Minnesota pretty well, 5-2 against Minnesota. Just 2-7 on the road, though. The unders hit in 4 of their last 6 on the road against Minnesota. Bradley coming off some okay starts. 2 of his last 3 have been really good. Lugo's been pretty solid on the mound here. I think Royals are a decent dog. They've played Minnesota very well. I'll take Royals plus 1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Chicago White Sox. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 135. The White Sox plus 115 with the over-under at 8. Yankees coming into this matchup 60-46. The White Sox 55-50. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 3.92. Pitching for Chicago is Anthony Kay with an ERA of 4.30. Cole, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 11 strikeouts, given up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. Kay, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3. Yankees coming off a White Sox win, 9-5. Yankees, they play the White Sox very good, 6-1 against Chicago, 6-1 on the road against Chicago. They're 7-1 on the road overall right now. The overs hit in the White Sox 4 of their last 6 against the Yankees. Pretty good pitching matchup today. Both pitchers have been pretty solid here lately. I think I still like the Yankees with how dominant they've been against them and on the road. I'll take the Yankees on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Cardinals minus 105 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 60-46. The Cardinals 53-53. Pitching for the Cubs is Colin Rea with an ERA of 4.85. Pitching for the Cardinals is Michael McGreevy with an ERA of 3.07. Rea, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. McGreevy, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Cubs coming off a St. Louis win. St. Louis, they've dropped 2 in a row. St. Louis 2-8 in their last 10. They're on a very bad stretch right now. Cubs 5-1 on the road. The unders hitting 6 of their last 9 on the road against the Cardinals. Cardinals just 1-5 at home. Rea coming off not the best starts here. McGreevy, he's been okay here lately. The Cardinals just have not played well. That's what makes it tough to bet on them. Very inconsistent. They're on a bad stretch. I think I like the Cubs here. See if Rea can have just a decent game. But I just simply don't like the Cardinals with how bad they've looked. I'll take the Cubs on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels. Both teams in a pick'em game at -110 with the over-under at 8. Houston coming into this matchup 53-55. The Angels 42-65. Pitching for the Astros is Peter Lambert with an ERA of 3.03. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 4.12. Lambert, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts, given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts, given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts. Houston coming off an Angels win 6-4. Houston 6-1 in their last 7. They are 4-2 against the Angels. The unders hit in 5 of their last 7 on the road against the Angels. Detmers coming off 2 good starts. He's had some rough games this year. Lambert coming off some really good starts here. In a pick'em game, not a great matchup, but I think I do like the Astros here. I'll take Houston on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Boston Red Sox versus the Athletics. Boston opening up as road favorites at -155. The Athletics +130 with the over-under at 9.5. Boston coming into this matchup 55-50. The Athletics 44-62. Pitching for Boston is Jake Bennett with an ERA of 2.58. Pitching for the Athletics is Gage Jump with an ERA of 4.42. Bennett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Jump, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. Boston, 2-game winning streak coming off an A's win yesterday, 4-2. A's, they've dropped 3 in a row. Boston, 10-0 on the road right now. They're 9-4 against the A's. The unders hit in 5 of their last 5 on the road against the A's. A's just 1-6 at home. Jump coming off a bad game. Bennett coming off some good starts here. I think I'm going to take Boston on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -190. The Rockies +160 with the over-under at 8. Rockies coming into this matchup 42-65. The Padres 53-53. Pitching for the Rockies is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 6.71. Pitching for the Padres is Michael King with an ERA of 3.24. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts, given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. King, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Colorado, 2-game losing streak, coming off a not so good Brewer series. Padres coming off a 3-game Miami sweep. Colorado 1-8 against the Padres. They're 0-6 on the road against the Padres. Padres, the overs hitting 6 of their last 9 against Colorado. King coming off really good starts. Lorenzen, 2 of his last 3 starts have been solid. Coming off a bad start though. Overall though, a lot of rough games this season. I think I'll take the Padres at home today. Next matchup, we get the Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Francisco Giants. Brewers opening up as road favorites at minus 145. The Giants plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 66 and 40. The Giants 45 and 61. Pitching for the Brewers is Logan Henderson with an ERA of 3.05. Pitching for the Giants is Landon Raup with an ERA of 3.93. Henderson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts, given up 6 runs on his last 3 starts. Raup, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts, given up 3 runs in his last 3. Brewers coming off a Giants loss, 3-0 yesterday. Yeah, not a good game from the Brewers. Brewers, they do struggle against the Giants. 2-5 against the Giants. 1-4 on the road against the Giants. Giants 5-1 at home. You got Rob coming off some good starts. Henderson's been pretty solid as well this season. I just think the Brewers are going to bounce back. No offense yesterday. I like the offense to bounce back. I'm going to take the Brewers on the road today. And the last matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 190. Seattle plus 160 with the over-under at 9.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 52 and 55. The Dodgers 67 and 39. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 4.85. Pitching for the Dodgers is Justin Robletsky with an ERA of 2.62. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts, given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. Robletsky, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts, given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Seattle coming off a Rangers loss. Seattle 1-5 in their last 6. Dodgers coming off a Mets loss, still winning 2 of the 3 in that series. Seattle, they are 0-10 against the Dodgers. 0-10 on the road against the Dodgers. They play absolutely horrible against the Dodgers here. Robletsky coming off some solid starts. Castillo coming off 2 rougher starts here. Yeah, they just have not been able to beat the Dodgers, and I think I'll take LA at home today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.